Okay, here we see the center board is mainly German or Nazi. I like to use both words because, as I said, not all Germans were in favor of what Hitler was doing, and many of the German soldiers would not. They would fire their weapon, but they would purposely not kill Americans, and many of them were very ready to surrender because they wanted to be safe. This particular rifle that's up and at a slant up there, partially covering the flag, was a .22 caliber. After World War I, the Germans were not allowed to build warfare weapons, but they could have .22 for sporting use. While being very devious and clever, they made that weapon exactly like the military ones, but it was just .22 caliber. So when they started gearing up for war, it was a small matter to just change the barrels, and they were ready for war. There's a German submachine gun up there at the top, a Luger, a broom handle, and then there's a flare pistol as well. See various other things. In that man's belt there is a stick with a black can on the end of it. That was a potato masher. It looked like a thing you could mash your potatoes with, but that was actually the same as a grenade. Again, well, everything was deadly. Over on this side is our allies, the French, the Chiang Kai-shek's troops, and then the British, of course. There's a famous Sten gun up here, the semi-automatic one with the magazine coming out the side, and there's a Bren gun. You would think that'd be a way of sighting, but the sights were a little offset, and so forth. These posters are very, very moving, emotionally charged, to try and get people on the home front to support the war effort by buying bonds or working extra hard, so forth. Up here, this is a Japanese wall here, and you see the very brutal poster up there. What are you going to do about it? Stay on the job until every murdering Jap is wiped out. Well, in the background we see the Bataan Death March. They were very brutal, and they would torture the prisoners and so forth. The Japanese flag was called a meatball flag, but this was also a signature flag. And nicknames, you know, even GI, I think American soldier, GI, that meant government issue. In other words, when you joined the service, you were the government's property. So anyhow, this board here with this photograph, D.R. Marshall, he was an embassy guard in the Philippines, and on December 8th, the day after the Japanese hit Pearl Harbor, they invaded the Philippines and took the handful of embassy guards, the prisoners, and he had to work in a prison camp. This is his Marine Corps fatigues over here. You see number 572, and there's 50 patches on that uniform. If they had a hole or a tear, the enemy would beat them, and very brutal. Anyhow, you know, something about America, once we've defeated the aggressor or the enemy, we've turned around and forgiven them and helped rebuild their country. And Japan and Germany have stayed true to the peace, if you will.